I want you to imagine a hotel where your housekeeping team is suddenly twice as efficient, where your staff are happier, more engaged, and more focused than ever before on delivering a truly impeccable guest experience. Now, this isn't some far-off futuristic dream. It's the reality of AI-powered robotics in smart housekeeping. And today, we're going to explore exactly how that works.
Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I've spent years working at the forefront of modern hospitality operations. It's a genuine pleasure to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, on this online learning journey. We're going to be looking at the technologies that are actively shaping the future of this industry, which means they're shaping your future careers. So let's dive right in.
All right, Section 1, Robotics and Operation. We're going to look at how automation is actually supporting the modern housekeeping team. So let's get right into the specifics. We'll explore how these robots actually move around and work inside a busy hotel, and, this is the most important part, how they work with our most valuable asset, our people.
So, you might be wondering, what are these robots actually doing all day? Well, first off, these are not just novelties or gimmicks. They are absolute workhorses. I want you to think about them tackling the really big, repetitive jobs. You know, cleaning huge public areas like lobbies and endless hallways, or transporting heavy linens and amenities from floor to floor. They're also handling waste disposal and, in general, supporting staff with those really physically demanding duties. And look, this isn't just about being more efficient, it's about taking the physical strain off our human staff, freeing them up from the most exhausting parts of the job.
Okay, but how do they do all this without, causing chaos? Well, this is where the magic happens. We're talking about something called autonomous navigation. This isn't just a fancy remote-controlled toy. These robotic systems are using a whole suite of sensors, computer vision, and AI to see and understand the world around them. This is how they can operate safely and efficiently in a super dynamic place like a hotel lobby, moving around guests and luggage without an issue. And get this, they're even integrated with housekeeping schedules, so they know the best times to work to cause the least disruption. It's pretty incredible.
Now, let's talk about a really common misconception. We need to address the impact of all this automation on staffing. Because, of course, anytime you bring up robots in the workplace, there's a big and very important question that comes up. What does this actually mean for our teams, for people's jobs?
And here it is, the question that's probably on everyone's mind. But will robots replace housekeeping staff? It's a completely fair question and an important one, so let's tackle it head on.
This really gets to the core of it. The myth, the fear, is all about job displacement. The idea that robots are coming in to replace people. But the reality? It's about job enhancement. It's not about robots replacing people. It's about robots supporting people. This is a fundamental shift in thinking that we have to embrace.
And that shift brings us to a whole new way of looking at our workforce. We call it the collaborative model. This is all about how humans and robots can work together. So let's stop thinking about it as humans versus technology. The goal here is to create a single, more effective, and totally integrated team. So what does this integrated workflow look like on a typical day? Well, let's walk through it. First, a human staff member, a manager, schedules the deployment of the robots. Next, the robots get to work handling all those repetitive, physical tasks we mentioned earlier. This is a game changer because it frees up the staff to focus on the high-value guest-facing details, the things that require a human touch and make a real difference. And finally, and this is absolutely crucial, is the last step, human oversight. A person is always there to ensure quality control. The human element is and always will be at the very center of the operation. Okay, so let's talk about the future of your role. What does all of this mean for you and your career? Because we're not just talking about cool new gadgets here. We are talking about a fundamental evolution of professional roles throughout the entire hospitality industry. And this quote really sums it all up perfectly. The entire focus is on emphasizing skill enhancement and supervision rather than job displacement. So the key takeaway here is that we're moving toward a model that elevates the roles of our team members. It's about adding new, more valuable skills, not taking jobs away. So what do these evolving job roles actually look like? Well, instead of just doing the manual labor, your job might become the supervision of robotic systems. Or maybe you're the one managing the automation schedules for the whole property. You'll have more time to focus on those nuanced, detailed tasks in guest rooms that make all the difference. You become the expert in quality assurance and control, and you'll have more opportunities for enhanced guest interaction. Think about it. Instead of pushing a heavy linen cart for hours, you might be the person programming and managing a whole fleet of them. Your role becomes more technical, more strategic. You become the quality controller, the human touch that ensures everything is perfect. And this brings us right back to why we're talking about all of this today. This kind of forward-thinking curriculum is a critical part of technology programs at leading institutions, just like Europe Hotel School London. Understanding this shift isn't just an interesting topic, it's essential. The education you're getting is preparing you for the future of this industry, not the past. You're learning what you need to lead, starting right now.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. How will you lead in the automated hotels of tomorrow? Because look, the technology is already here and it's only getting more advanced. The real question isn't if hotels will adopt this automation, but how the next generation of leaders, how you, will use it. How will you harness all of this to create an even better, more human guest experience? That's the challenge and the opportunity for you as you move forward in your careers.